On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I think I want to say sexuality. So not leading with, hey, you know what you about to give, you take me out tonight, but sexuality. So that's why when we go on a date, we make sure we look good so it's pleasing to you and you want us. I'm not going on a date wearing basketball shorts and J's. I'm going with a dress on or something that might show the girls a little bit. So yeah, we lead with sexuality because we know what you guys want at the end of the day and you want to be with us.
I
And
like how
so
you
we
switched
want
that
to
up too.
What do we want, Court?
all these.
Them
No,
draws. Them draws.
Hey, Courtney just set the chat up. Exploded. Yeah, they exploded.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, I got one more question. But before I dive into that question, make sure you guys get these likes up right now. Also, subscribe to the channel. Show some support, man. If y'all feeling this content, show some support. One more question for you guys. And I'm going to start with the men. You know, the women might not be willing to answer this question truthfully, but do all women lead with sex? I'm going to start with the men first. Anton, do all women lead with sex?
No, I don't think all women lead with sex at all.
What?
Not even a little bit. And the way that I know that is because every single chick that's in a circle of my guys, I mean, my chick was a virgin. So she never led with sex. And I know that's a small percentage. So I can't really use that example. And I'm not going to be too technical with the question and say, oh, no, of course not all. But for the overwhelming majority of women, I don't think that most of them lead with sex. I think that as men, we slot women. And we know the ones that's easy. We know the ones that's bust downs. And we know the ones that's marriage material. The ones that's marriage material genuinely never really leads with sex. They are sexual beings. But I don't think that all women lead with sex at all. Because I think that there's a large majority of women, when you get into certain social circles, that don't lead with sex at all. So I'm gonna say no on this one.
Okay. Really? This is a safe place. Hold on. Let me finish. It's a safe place, right? All right. It's just me and you, man. Just look at my square. It's me and you right now. Based off your experience, the women, I mean, think about it. We know we're in our 30s right now. It's okay to be honest. We're not talking about now or in the future. We're talking about back in the day. Would you say that all women live with sex?
Yes.
Most of we're talking about the majority. When we say all,
listen,
it's a little extreme, but we're talking about the majority.
And I get it. I get it. And not everything has to end in sex. But even if you think about the way women send choosing signals, when women flirt, when women
I think that was a yes or no, really.
I said, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I just want to make sure.
I said yes out the gate.
Okay.
And I added on. Yeah, women lead with sex. It's part of that whole cat and mouse, the chase and all the context clues that she gives to let you know she choosing you. Like, yeah. Absolutely.
Come on, nigga. Come on. I'm talking about. All right, now to the women, man. Don't have to be personal. It just can be general, however you want to categorize it. Danielle, I should probably change it. Do most women lead with sex?
Yes. I think most women lead with sex. I think that is the biggest thing that a lot of women have as far as what they can control and the interaction between themselves and a man. And a lot of the questions they're asking is narrowing down if I'm going to sleep with this man in the first interactions that they have. So, yes, I believe so.
Okay. K, the mysterious K. Do most women lead with sex? You're in a safe place. I just got to put that out there.
When I first heard the question,
They looking in the air like this question wasn't asked to two people before and she didn't have time to gather her thoughts, yo.
when I first heard the question, my immediate thought was no. Like when it said, "Do all women lead with sex?" I was just like,
ain't nobody got time for that.
I don't know. I guess I would say it's like half and half. I think there are lots of women who lead with sex and lots that don't. I'm in general, I would really say that it's like split. There are lots that do and lots that do not.
Man, they freaky out there, man. Let's be honest. I mean, I think y'all thinking too hard on this, man.
Well, I mean,
there's some freaks out there.
I've never like been in a situation with a woman where.
Would you consider yourself a freak?
Y'all know that I do not answer these types of questions online.
This is Lapeef, let's talk. We had those tough conversations. You know that, right?
Remember when I talked about like my dad being a really large part of my life?
Well,
and,
hey,
you know,
you grown.
keeping certain things.
You grown.
Yeah, but still.
You dropped the mic?
I don't need no uncles texting me after this. I don't need nothing like that.
You don't have to make it personal.
Okay, baby girl, you're going to have to lighten up, baby girl. Like, that's all jokes.
Okay.
Guess it must be that time.
That was the driest. Okay, yeah, dog. It
must be that time. Courtney, do most women lead with sex?
I think I want to say sexuality. So not leading with, hey, you know what you about to give, you take me out tonight, but sexuality. So that's why when we go on a date, we make sure we look good so it's pleasing to you and you want us. I'm not going on a date wearing basketball shorts and J's. I'm going with a dress on or something that might show the girls a little bit. So yeah, we lead with sexuality because we know what you guys want at the end of the day. And you want to be with us.
I like how you switched that up.
What do we want, Court?
All these.
Them draws.
Hey, Courtney just set the chat up. Exploded. Yeah, they exploded.
Yeah. I see you, Court.
You just said y'all like the content, get them likes up.
That was hilarious.
So, but I know that. I mean, what would be your why would you not? You know, I mean, that's why you're taking me out because that's the end result. That's what you want. Now, you might want something else later, but at the end of the day, that's what you want. So I'm going to, you know, dress, look, act a way that gonna give you a little tingle during the day.
How you feel about that, Kay? You agree with that?
Single.
You agree with that, Kay? I'm not talking about you personally. We just talking in general.
Do I agree with that with what Courtney just said?
Yes, ma'am.
Like I said before, I think half the women do that, half the women don't do that.
I'm trying to see if we can raise that number, but I don't think it's half and half. I think maybe like 80.
I'm sure you've been on more dates with women. So
who?
Hey, if Kay had the shots sound effect, she would have pressed it
I'm
right
saying
after
like
she said that.
My experience is from another angle because, you know, I'm a woman and I know my friends that are women, but like I don't date women, so I don't know what women do when they're going out on dates outside of me and my social circle. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's like some do, some don't.
Were you homeschooled?
No.
Okay.
You know, when they ask women, you know, what do you bring to the table? Majority of women are going to say, I bring the whole table. Just cap. But then what else do they say? What's the second most popular thing that they say?
Well, none.
Good sex. They leave what they know what men want.
Which is cap. Which is cap. Dry.
That's what they say. So yeah, they lead with sex or sexuality. They'll say they bring the whole table and then they can't. I can do this to them and that. That's leading.
They can't even do that. They can't even open their mouth that wide, bro. You know what I'm saying? teeth, cutting you with their teeth and all that. We don't want to see none of that, bro. Get that out of here. We know these hoes is lying. We don't want to hear none of that, bro.
But you have to lead with it.
Has anyone seen Shan Booty before? The YouTuber?
Oh,
Who's
I
that?
have.
She's a
gorgeous.
YouTube. Yeah, she's beautiful.
Therapist. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's a sex therapist, and she has a huge following of a lot of women. And she has a book that talks about dating and the art of seduction. And she's literally telling these young ladies in this street to take the fluids that go on down there and put it as perfume to seduce your date on a first date.
The pheromone.
I don't know. Yeah, but if that's
pheromone
not
of the
leading with
pheromone.
sex, I don't know what is. I don't know. It's pretty sexual to me. I don't know.
Oh, so you're getting a little freaky dicky then, yeah. Talking that talk tonight.
I think that women in general is just they way more sexual than guys are, especially as we get older. I think that women are way more sexually driven than guys got, which is really interesting because I think I had heard, I don't know if somebody had said it, I don't know who said it, that I don't know, but I guess the whole thing that I'm emphasizing is just that maybe they do lead with sex. Maybe I was just completely off. And maybe it's based off of the context, like how old they are. I think that as they get older, women are a lot more aggressive.
Sexual.
Yeah, they're a lot more forthcoming. Yeah, they're way more forthcoming, way more open.
Yeah, we're hitting our peak. I think right close to 40 is where we peak, where we are more sexual. Men hit their peak younger. So the older we get, the more comfortable we are with our bodies. So yeah.
But real talk, I think that I might be off. I think that women might do lead with sex.
Court, are you a debutante?
What?
I am.
What is that? What is that?
So when you were in training for hold
on, what's a debutante?
I was younger. But I was a black debutante. Oh God, like in
what is it?
Early high school. Just being trained to be a lady,
Right.
and then we have a coming out where we have the debutante and all white dressed and
So my question is, and what I was saying earlier is that it doesn't necessarily have to result in a woman actually having sex, but even the idea that a woman is being groomed and prepped. I mean, because part of that debutante is teaching you how to be a lady, walk like a lady, dress like a lady, and in essence, showcase your womanhood, right? So for me, again, it's even with the flirting, the batting of the eyes, the choosing signals. Even for me, like that's leading with sex, is it not?
Yeah, that is pretty sexual.
I agree. I totally agree.
I agree with you, Rilla.
I totally agree. And we know how to give you a particular look, and like I said, the batting of the eyes. Sometimes we do the
walk,
dress, a walk, right? Simply, no, I dropped something. Oh no.